Hey Steve, how do you think the guys were able to get to the point where Kevin Durant was, still playing pretty productive, but so was a lot of other guys?
I thought the main thing was that I completely outcoached Luke Walton. That was, but duh, I don't need to tell you guys that. That was very apparent. But no, I just liked the effort. We made a lot of mistakes, 22 turnovers, but we were aggressive and we were working hard the whole night, and we had some great contributions. I thought, obviously the ball's going to end up in KD's hands, and pretty much every night he's going to have 25, 30, 40 points, whatever. So we take that for granted. Fair or not to KD, we take him for granted sometimes. But tonight to me was about Looney, Kevon coming in there and rebounding and making some huge plays defensively, and Quinn Cook, stepping up and having a really nice night. Omri Caspi, who's hardly played, over the last couple months, gave us some really big minutes. And these games are fun, when guys who don't ordinarily get to play much, when they get a chance and really contribute, it strengthens the team.
More to that point, do you think that a team, there can be a carryover effect for guys that either haven't played or maybe haven't played as well as they would like when they have played?
What do you mean a carryover?
As far as having a game where so many different people contribute because regulars are out.
These games are good for team morale. Half my career I was, 10th or 12th man, and didn't play much. And when I could have a night where I got to contribute, it was carried me for another month. So. Everybody needs that. Everybody needs to feel the impact that they can make, and that's why for Omri to step in and play like that. Looney, as I mentioned, it's good stuff. Nick Young had a great second half, really exploded. So good team win.
Beyond just like the morale of the night, what can this month do for those guys? Like Livingston tonight got more shots than he's gotten in a while. Can that kind of push towards the playoffs and sharpen some guys?
Yeah, I think so. When you miss so many key guys, the whole game changes. And the team has to figure out kind of on the fly how to attack, and you can't rely on Steph and Clay coming off screens for 3-point shots. So you got to work. You work the ball and find areas to attack, and it's not as simple as calling a play. It's like, they've got to feel it, and they've got to probe and figure it out on their own in many cases. So it's good for us.
Steve, with play out in particular, does Nick become, his production become even more important in terms of giving you something on the backcourt?
Yeah, for sure. And it's not just if he's making shots, it's just providing the spacing. You could see the Lakers were loading up on every play in the paint, and so we needed that spacing, and knocking down those threes in the second half, I thought, opened the game up a little bit.
Steve, compared to the last two games, Kevin's shot totals were down. Was there anything in particular that helped contribute to that? As far as how Kevin played?
Kevin is so smart that he feels what he needs to do from one night to the next. And I thought the last couple games we needed every shot that he took. And tonight was a different feel. And he's just such a smart player that as he goes, he just sort of gauges the game, determines what's needed, and that's what he provides. I've seen him have games where he shoots 6-7 times and he's perfectly happy in the locker room. So that's the beauty of Kevin. Totally unselfish and yet capable of carrying us anytime.
Zaza had a double-double. Obviously, he was out of the starting rotation for a while. He starts tonight, has a great game. What did that say about him, just the way he was able to sort of step up and lock in and focus?
Well, it doesn't surprise me. Zaza's a pro, and he stays ready no matter what. You guys see him when you walk into our facility. He's one of the last guys on the floor, and he's always conditioning his body. He's getting running in and tons of shots, and so he works his tail off. And guys like that, when you go to them that they're going to produce.
Steve, what were the primary factors that led you to start Kevon over whether the few options you had?
Julius Randle. Randle's been dominant in the last few weeks, and I wanted Looney on him just because Looney has the physical strength to absorb that punishment from Randle, and he's smart enough not to reach, and so he does a good job of just defending without fouling and staying in front.